Believing in yourself is the cornerstone of achieving anything meaningful in life. It is the foundation upon which success, happiness, and fulfillment are built. Without self-belief, even the most talented and skilled individuals can struggle to realize their potential. At its core, believing in yourself means having confidence in your abilities, trusting in your judgment, and knowing that you have what it takes to overcome challenges and reach your goals. In a world full of distractions, criticism, and pressure to meet external expectations, it's easy to lose sight of your inner strength. The voices of doubt often grow louder, telling you that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, or that you're not worthy of success. These voices may come from others, or they may come from within. They create a narrative that limits you, that confines you to a box, and that prevents you from seeing your true potential. But here's the truth: you are enough. You have everything you need within you to succeed. But the first step is to believe it. When you believe in yourself, you open the door to possibilities. You begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as obstacles that are too big to overcome. Self-belief doesn't mean that you'll never experience doubt or fear. It simply means that you're willing to move forward despite them. Believing in yourself requires a mindset shift. It means shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already possess. Instead of obsessing over your weaknesses, start recognizing your strengths. Take a moment to reflect on the times when you've overcome adversity in the past, the challenges you've conquered, and the times when you stepped outside of your comfort zone and achieved something you didn't think was possible. These moments are proof that you are capable, that you have resilience, and that you can succeed. Self-belief also involves trusting yourself to make decisions and take risks. It's easy to rely on others for guidance, but ultimately you are the one who knows what's best for you. Trusting your instincts and following your intuition will guide you on the path that is right for you, even when it's not the path most people would take. You must give yourself permission to trust your own judgment and not let the fear of making a mistake hold you back. Mistakes are part of the journey, and they are often the best teachers. Moreover, believing in yourself requires resilience in the face of setbacks. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. No one achieves anything great without experiencing failure along the way. The key is not to let failure define you, but to use it as fuel to keep going. Every time you face a setback, remind yourself that you are capable of bouncing back, learning, and growing stronger. Your self-belief will be your anchor during these times, helping you stay grounded and focused on your long-term vision. Finally, believing in yourself means taking action. It's not enough to just say you believe in your abilities. You have to show up, take risks, and put in the work. You need to actively pursue your goals with determination and grit. Trusting yourself to take that first step, even when the outcome is uncertain, is what will ultimately lead to success. Believing in yourself is not always easy, but it is the most important investment you can make. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to dream big, to fail, and to rise again. You unlock your true potential and open yourself up to a world of possibilities. So take a deep breath, silence the doubting voices, and trust that you are capable of achieving everything you set out to do. You've got this. Self-doubt is something that almost everyone experiences at some point in their lives. It creeps in when we feel unsure of ourselves, questioning whether we are capable of achieving our goals or whether we are truly deserving of success. It's that nagging voice in your head that makes you second-guess your abilities, makes you hesitate to take risks, and holds you back from moving forward with confidence. Overcoming self-doubt is not about eliminating it completely, but learning how to manage it and not let it control your actions or your future. Self-doubt often arises when we face challenges, step into unfamiliar territory, or aim for something bigger than we've ever attempted before. It's normal to feel uncertain when pursuing a new goal, whether it's a career change, a personal project, or a life-changing decision. The key to overcoming self-doubt is recognizing that it is not a reflection of your true capabilities, but rather a temporary feeling that can be conquered with the right mindset. One of the first steps in overcoming self-doubt is to acknowledge it. Recognizing that you are experiencing self-doubt allows you to understand that it is a natural part of growth and progress. When you can identify those moments of uncertainty, you can better manage them and prevent them from controlling your actions. Self-doubt often arises in response to fear, the fear of failure, the fear of not being good enough, or the fear of making the wrong choice. By confronting these fears head-on, you take away their power. Remind yourself that these fears are often exaggerated and not grounded in reality. Another powerful way to overcome self-doubt is to reframe your negative thoughts. We tend to be our own harshest critics, often focusing on our flaws and failures rather than our successes and strengths. Instead of ruminating on what could go wrong, shift your focus to what has gone right. Reflect on past successes, no matter how small, and use them as evidence of your capability. If you've faced challenges before and come out stronger, then you have the resilience and skills to handle whatever lies ahead. Write down your accomplishments and positive feedback from others, and when self-doubt creeps in, revisit these reminders of your past achievements. Building self-compassion is also crucial in overcoming self-doubt. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend who is struggling. Recognize that making mistakes is part of the learning process, and you are not defined by your setbacks. Instead of criticizing yourself for not being perfect, acknowledge that you are human and that imperfection is part of the journey toward growth. Being compassionate with yourself helps to quiet the inner critic that fuels self-doubt. Another helpful strategy is to surround yourself with positive influences. The people you choose to spend time with can have a profound impact on how you view yourself. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift, encourage, and support you. Seek out mentors or people who have walked the path you're on and who can offer guidance and perspective. Having a supportive network can provide reassurance when self-doubt begins to take hold and help you see your potential when you're struggling to see it yourself. Finally, take action despite the doubt. Often, self-doubt paralyzes us, preventing us from taking the necessary steps toward our goals. But the most effective way to overcome doubt is to move through it. Break your goals into smaller, manageable steps and take one action at a time. Each step forward, no matter how small, will build your confidence and diminish the power of self-doubt. As you begin to see progress, the self-doubt will gradually lose its grip, and you'll find yourself moving closer to your aspirations. Overcoming self-doubt is not an overnight process. It requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to shifting your mindset. By acknowledging doubt, reframing your thoughts, practicing self-compassion, seeking support, and taking action, you can quiet the negative voices and move forward with confidence. Remember, self-doubt is a natural part of growth. It's not a signal to stop, but a sign that you are pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone and expanding your potential. Being authentic means being true to who you really are, without pretending to be someone else or conforming to others' expectations. In a world where we're often told how to think, act, and present ourselves, embracing authenticity can feel like a rebellious act, but it is one of the most empowering choices you can make. Authenticity is not just about being honest with others, it's about being honest with yourself. When you are authentic, you align your actions with your values, beliefs, and passions, creating a life that feels true and fulfilling. Living authentically means embracing your unique qualities, quirks, and imperfections without feeling the need to hide them. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparison, especially in a world where social media often promotes idealized versions of life. Many of us feel pressure to look a certain way, achieve specific goals, or live up to societal standards of success. However, this can lead to dissatisfaction and frustration as you try to meet external expectations that don't resonate with your true self. When you allow yourself to be authentic, you free yourself from these pressures, giving you the space to cultivate a life that is genuinely yours. Being authentic starts with self-awareness, taking the time to understand who you are and what you truly want out of life. This means reflecting on your values, passions, strengths, and weaknesses. It's about identifying the things that make you feel most alive and the things that drain you. When you know yourself deeply, you can make choices that align with your true desires rather than those influenced by others. This self-awareness forms the foundation for living authentically, as it allows you to show up as your real self in all aspects of your life. One of the most significant barriers to authenticity is fear of judgment, rejection, or not being accepted. It can be scary to let go of the personas we've built to fit in or to be liked. But the truth is, when we hide parts of ourselves in an attempt to gain approval, we are only living a half-life. The more we try to be what others want us to be, the more disconnected we become from our true selves. In contrast, when we embrace authenticity, we attract people and opportunities that resonate with who we genuinely are. True connections are built on authenticity, not on pretending to be someone else. Being authentic also means giving yourself permission to make mistakes and learn from them. Perfectionism often stands in the way of authenticity because we are afraid of showing vulnerability. But vulnerability is a key component of being real. It's okay to stumble, to not have all the answers, or to change your mind. In fact, these moments of imperfection are often the ones that make you most human and relatable. When you allow yourself to be imperfect, you create the space to grow, evolve, and discover new aspects of yourself. Furthermore, authenticity requires courage. It means standing firm in your truth, even when it's not the popular or easy choice. It involves making decisions that honor who you are, even if it means disappointing others or going against the grain. It's about speaking up for what you believe in and not compromising your integrity to fit in. This doesn't mean being unapologetically bold all the time, but it does mean being honest and consistent with who you are, even when it's difficult. The beauty of being authentic is that it brings a sense of peace and fulfillment. When you live true to yourself, you stop wasting energy on trying to be someone you're not or seeking external validation. You begin to trust yourself, and in doing so, you unlock your full potential. You'll find that the more authentic you are, the more doors open for you, because you are attracting opportunities and people that align with your true essence. In conclusion, being authentic is not just about being true to others, it's about being true to yourself. It's a lifelong practice of embracing who you are, letting go of fear, and living in alignment with your values and desires. When you embrace authenticity, you step into your power, create deeper connections, and live a life that feels truly yours. So be brave, be real, and give yourself permission to show up as the person you are meant to be. The world is waiting for your unique light to shine. Owning your journey means taking full responsibility for the path you walk in life, embracing the choices you make, the direction you take, and the actions you put into motion. It's about recognizing that while you may not control every circumstance that comes your way, you always have control over how you respond to those circumstances. Owning your journey involves actively participating in the creation of your life, rather than allowing external factors or other people's expectations to dictate the course of your story. From an early age, many of us are taught to seek approval from others, to follow a prescribed path, and to live up to societal standards. We are often told what is right, what is successful, and what is expected, sometimes at the expense of our own desires and dreams. In this process, we may lose sight of our personal goals or get sidetracked by the expectations placed on us by family, friends, or society. But owning your journey means rejecting these external pressures and choosing to live a life that is authentic to you. It's about making decisions based on what aligns with your true self, not what others think is best for you. Taking ownership of your journey starts with clarity. It begins with understanding who you are, what you value, and what you want to achieve in life. This self-awareness is key to making informed decisions that serve your best interests. It means taking the time to ask yourself the hard questions: what do I truly want? What are my passions? What does success look like to me? These questions can be challenging, especially when we've been conditioned to think in terms of external definitions of success. But finding your own answers is vital because they help you define the unique road that is meant for you. Without this clarity, it's easy to fall into a pattern of living someone else's life. Once you have a sense of direction, owning your journey requires taking consistent, deliberate action. It's easy to get stuck in the planning phase, thinking about what you want to do without actually moving toward it. But true ownership means stepping outside of your comfort zone, taking the first step and continuing to move forward, even when the road gets tough. It means taking risks and trusting yourself, even when uncertainty looms. Challenges will inevitably arise, and there will be times when the path ahead is unclear, but owning your journey is about pushing through those obstacles with persistence and resilience. Part of owning your journey is also about embracing the fact that you will make mistakes along the way. Perfection is a myth. The road to success, happiness, or fulfillment is rarely straight. It is full of detours, bumps, and unexpected turns. There may be times when you feel like you've taken a wrong turn or when you experience failure. But these moments are not signs of defeat, they are part of the process. Mistakes provide valuable lessons and growth opportunities. When you own your journey, you accept that mistakes are not failures, they are experiences that shape you into the person you are becoming. Additionally, owning your journey requires letting go of the need for external validation. Too often we seek approval from others, whether it's from our parents, peers, or society, before making decisions or taking action. This external validation can create doubt, hesitation, and fear of judgment. But when you truly own your journey, you learn to trust your instincts and your own voice. You understand that your decisions may not always make sense to others, but as long as they are in alignment with your values and goals, they are the right choices for you. Finally, owning your journey means embracing the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in worrying about the future or regretting the past, but real ownership happens when you fully engage with where you are right now. By focusing on the present, you're able to make the most of the opportunities available to you today. It's about being proactive in the here and now, rather than waiting for the perfect moment or external circumstances to align. The present is all we truly control, and it's in the present that we create the foundation for our future. In conclusion, owning your journey is about taking responsibility for the life you're creating. It's about being clear on your values, making choices that align with your true self, taking action despite fear or uncertainty, and embracing mistakes as part of the process. When you own your journey, you take control of your destiny and empower yourself to live a life that is uniquely yours. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. So step forward with confidence, trust in your path, and embrace the incredible journey that only you can create. Embracing imperfection is one of the most freeing and transformative choices you can make in life. In a world that often promotes perfectionism, striving for flawlessness can become an endless and exhausting pursuit. We are bombarded by idealized images of success, beauty, and achievement, whether in the media or on social platforms. These unrealistic standards create a culture where mistakes are seen as failures and imperfections are something to hide or fix. However, embracing imperfection allows us to free ourselves from this unattainable ideal and instead embrace growth, authenticity, and self-compassion. Imperfection is a natural part of being human. We all make mistakes, we all face setbacks, and we all experience moments of doubt and failure. These imperfections are not signs of weakness, but rather opportunities for growth and learning. When we accept that we are imperfect, we give ourselves permission to be real, to try without fear of failure, and to pursue our goals without the need for constant validation or approval. It is through these imperfections that we find our strength, our resilience, and our capacity to grow. The desire for perfection often leads to an unrelenting pressure to meet external expectations. Whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal appearance, we are often striving to meet an idealized version of success that is constantly shifting and out of reach. This pursuit can cause stress, anxiety, and a sense of never being good enough. We may achieve something perfect in one area of life, only to find that it is never enough, and we are left with a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction. Embracing imperfection, on the other hand, encourages us to focus on progress rather than perfection. It shifts the focus from reaching an unattainable end goal to appreciating the journey itself, with all its ups and downs. When we let go of perfectionism, we allow ourselves to enjoy the process of learning, growing, and evolving. Instead of feeling frustrated by mistakes, we begin to see them as stepping stones toward success. Each misstep becomes an opportunity to gain insight, develop new skills, and build resilience. One of the most powerful aspects of embracing imperfection is the freedom it brings. It enables us to take risks and step outside of our comfort zones without the paralyzing fear of failure. We no longer see mistakes as something to avoid at all costs, but as a natural part of life that is necessary for personal development. Whether we fail at a project, a goal, or a relationship, we can see those moments as valuable experiences that shape who we are becoming. This shift in perspective allows us to let go of the need to control every outcome and trust that we can handle whatever comes our way. Embracing imperfection also cultivates self-compassion. In a world that often encourages self-criticism, we tend to be our own harshest critics. We berate ourselves for not being perfect, for not meeting certain expectations, and for not measuring up to others. But when we embrace imperfection, we become kinder and more forgiving toward ourselves. We acknowledge that we are human, and like everyone else, we are bound to make mistakes. Instead of focusing on our perceived flaws, we learn to celebrate our growth, our efforts, and the lessons we've learned along the way. The process of embracing imperfection also strengthens our connections with others. When we show up authentically, embracing our own flaws and imperfections, we create a safe space for others to do the same. We break down the barriers of comparison and judgment, allowing for more genuine and meaningful connections. By being vulnerable and imperfect, we invite others to share their true selves, leading to deeper relationships built on acceptance and understanding. In conclusion, embracing imperfection is about letting go of unrealistic expectations and allowing ourselves to be human. It is about accepting that mistakes, flaws, and failures are a natural part of life's journey and using them as opportunities for growth. When we embrace imperfection, we free ourselves from the constant pressure to be perfect and instead focus on progress, self-compassion, and connection. The beauty of life lies not in perfection, but in the richness of our imperfect experiences, the lessons we learn, and the ways we evolve along the way. Embrace your imperfections because they are what make you uniquely you. Understanding that you are worthy is one of the most empowering realizations you can have. Too often, people struggle with feelings of inadequacy, constantly questioning their value or seeking external validation to feel worthy. We live in a world that places a lot of importance on achievements, appearance, and external measures of success, leading many to believe that their worth is determined by what they do or how they are perceived. However, true worth comes from within, and it's a realization that your inherent value is not dependent on anyone else's approval or societal standards. At the core, knowing you are worthy means accepting yourself as you are, without needing to prove your value to others. It's about recognizing that you, as a person, have intrinsic value simply because you exist. This worth doesn't come from being perfect, meeting every expectation, or achieving every goal. It's not about comparison to others or trying to measure up to some external standard. Your worth is inherent and doesn't fluctuate based on success, failure, or the approval of others. The journey to embracing your worth often begins with self-compassion. For many, it can be difficult to recognize their worth because of past experiences, self-criticism, or societal pressures. But learning to treat yourself with kindness and patience is a vital step in understanding that you are worthy. Self-compassion means accepting your imperfections, acknowledging your struggles, and recognizing that you are deserving of love and respect, regardless of your flaws or mistakes. It is an essential aspect of self-worth because it helps you to see yourself as human, worthy of kindness, care, and understanding both from yourself and others. Another crucial element of recognizing your worth is releasing the need for external validation. We live in a world that constantly tells us that our value is linked to our accomplishments, appearance, or status. Whether it's through social media, advertisements, or the expectations placed on us by family or society, the pressure to conform and perform can make it hard to see your own worth without others' approval. However, seeking validation from outside sources often leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. True worth comes from within, and when we stop seeking constant external validation, we create space for self-acceptance and genuine self-worth. Trusting in your own value means not relying on others to define you or affirm your worth. Additionally, Embracing your worth requires letting go of the fear of not being enough. Many people operate under the belief that they must constantly do more, be more, or achieve more in order to be considered worthy. This mindset leads to a never-ending cycle of striving and never feeling satisfied, as no amount of achievements or external praise ever feels like enough. The truth is that you are already enough. You don't need to accomplish every goal or meet every expectation to be worthy. Your worth is not tied to your productivity, your successes, or your ability to please others. It's intrinsic and independent of any external measure. Part of recognizing your worth also means setting boundaries and not allowing others to diminish your value. When you understand that you are worthy, you are better able to protect yourself from negative influences, toxic relationships, and situations that undermine your self-esteem. You set standards for how you allow others to treat you because you know you deserve respect, love, and kindness. By setting healthy boundaries, you reinforce your own sense of worth and ensure that you are not allowing others to define your value. Finally, embracing your worth allows you to live a more authentic life. When you recognize that you are worthy just as you are, you no longer feel the need to wear masks or pretend to be someone you are not. You can show up in the world confidently, knowing that you are enough in your truest form. This authenticity attracts the right people, opportunities, and experiences into your life because you are no longer trying to fit into someone else's idea of what you should be. In conclusion, understanding that you are worthy is a powerful realization that transforms the way you live. It means recognizing that your value is not based on external factors but is inherent in who you are. It involves treating yourself with kindness, releasing the need for validation, letting go of the fear of inadequacy, and setting boundaries to protect your well-being. When you embrace your worth, you can live a more authentic, fulfilling life, free from the pressure of trying to prove yourself to others. You are worthy simply because you exist, and that worth is unshakable.so. Go out there and take what is yours. The world is waiting for the unique light that only you can bring. Thank you.